Hi class, this is Miss Stapp and I'm going over the D oral presentation. I've created an organizer for you under Summative D, and you should use this to prepare. You will not be uploading this organizer to ManageBack. This is for you to use as kind of a script planner, if you will. However, you have to make sure that you're ready to discuss all of the information. In fact, I would recommend that you practice and try to get this under 5 minutes. You know exactly what you're going to talk about. You will have a slideshow that accompanies your organizer, and the slideshow will be uploaded to ManageBack. A very intelligent way to use that slideshow is make sure that it demonstrates a lot of the information that you might be highlighting. So you can talk about it briefly, say you talk about the most important criteria, but then you have them all listed out in your slideshow. It's a great way to use that. All right, consider creating an interesting visuals for your slideshow, and you only have 5 minutes to present. I'm going to set a timer. I will not allow you to go over 5 minutes. Anything after 5 minutes, I'm just going to stop you. You will have an opportunity after your oral presentation for me to ask you some questions about things I need clarified, and that might be the opportunity for you to make sure I understand things in your organizer that you haven't demonstrated clearly. At the end of this organizer, you're going to see a rubric that might help you understand exactly what I'm looking for as well. Okay. D1 we've already started on, so this should make some sense. You created a testing plan. Maybe you haven't tested yet, you will, but you have chosen a testing method. You do need to make sure that your testing is smart, always. It's specific and measurable. Tell me why your test was appropriate for your product and why it is smart. So by appropriate for the product, I mean, what did you hope to learn from this test, or what did you learn from this test? And why was a user test or an existing product solution test, why did those give you the answers that you needed in order to improve your product? What success criterion did you test? Remember, I would put all the success criterion on your slide and then highlight those that are most important. Which ones are most important? Probably those, by the end of this, that identified weaknesses that will help you to improve. Probably those criteria that were musts. From those, I would choose maybe 2 or 3 to talk about while you have the rest clearly shown, clearly displayed on your slideshow. Was your design successful overall? So this is a brief evaluation. Why or why not? Okay. You do the same based on your testing method number 2. Improvements. You are going to have the opportunity through D2 and D3 to think about the weaknesses that were demonstrated through your testing. What improvements would you make? You're going to show that infographic or that table that you made to demonstrate those improvements, and then I would select 2 or 3 at the most to talk about. Remember, your slide is backup and it can have more information than your presentation. Along with improvements, you should be ready to demonstrate to me how you're going to improve. An easy way to do this for a podcast is on a script. And you can make annotations and show me where your improvements would be. If you have another kind of product, an easy way to do this would be directly onto photos of your product or on the blueprints of your product. Finally, in D4, you created a paragraph. A paragraph that talks about the impact on your target audience as well as your client. I've walked you through this. You have a brief outline. Again, it is just a paragraph, but you should be able to discuss the things in your paragraph. Potentially you have that paragraph on a slide, or maybe bullet points from that paragraph, or something else that you've created as an interesting visual. As promised, at the bottom of this, I do have the presentation outline. I know this says C and D. It is really just the D evaluation. But you might want to look on this to make sure that you have covered everything you need in your 5-minute presentation. Good luck!